Before I get into the intro, I want to discuss something very briefly. This is my opinion. I'm not trying to change your ideas about how you view toxic people and how you view toxic behavior online. I'm not trying to change it. I'm simply trying to see how it harms others that's on social media altogether. And I'm going to bring that out. And after that, I'm going to discuss how this is a chain reaction. Do you ever notice that when somebody, I've seen these YouTube videos where somebody lay up one object and the other object hits the other object and the other object hit it, and it keeps going on and on and on. It's like a cycle that doesn't break. That is the same way with toxic behavior. You know, we have one streamer who's yelling and screaming and cursing, carrying on, calling people all out of their name. Then you got the kids, the teenagers, the young adults looking at this one streamer that's acting crazy on their stream. Toxic behavior that is keeps going to the next person, to the next person. It's like a domino effect. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a chain reaction. Keeps going on. The cycle doesn't break. This is something that I want to share with my younger viewers. I hope that they hear this and they see this, and maybe they can be the ones to break the cycle on this toxic behavior that really does bring a lot of negative energy to other people online, that brings a lot of harm to people online. So without further ado, let's get into the video, shall we? Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl here, Nia Leah. Welcome to the channel. Now, you probably already see the title. We're just gonna jump right into it. I've talked about this several times on how to deal with, toxic people and how to fix it. But I believe a lot of people still, can't handle it, or whatever. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm gonna first talk about Aychristene, as to what she has went through and how she was trying to deal with it. And basically, this is what, if this something like this similar happened to you, I've had this happen to me, but not as extreme as Aychristene. But I'm gonna show you how to avoid this and how to deal with this, and also why are there toxic people online in general, not just in games and in the chat. Like, why is it toxic people online? We're gonna talk about that and why does this keep happening. So this is Aychristene. She is a YouTuber, and she's a gaming content creator. She also streams on YouTube. She streams on Twitch as well. And apparently, I guess there was a painting or something of her as Kiki. I don't know if you've ever seen this Japanese film, or, well, I won't say Japanese film, anime. I believe it's called, hold on, let me get the name. Alright, it's called Kiki's Delivery Express. I think I said it right?
Nope.
Yes, Kiki Deliveries Express. So I might show it to you on the screen so you can see it for yourself. So basically, there's a reason why I'm talking about this. It's because it was a painting that was done, and I think Kiki posted. I say Kiki. I think Aychristene had posted on her channel. So basically, it says from Aychristene, it says, update on the racist harassment I've been getting for drawing myself as Kiki. So she did a drawing of herself as Kiki. I didn't show you. I'm gonna show you the character again, and there it is. And then we're gonna show you her drawing. Instagram took down my post where I share the racism I face online for being a black artist. They refused to reinstate my post even though it's not against their community guidelines to shed light on an issue like this. Now, they took her post down. Now keep this in mind. Okay? Her post is up at the top. Now, somebody did something, as you can see right down here below the pictures. You see how disrespectful, just degrading, just toxic. Okay? Go over to the next one. She said, the racists have also gotten bolder because none of their accounts have been taken down, despite many reporting them for literally calling me the N-word, a monkey, or to pick cotton. Yet, Instagram wants to silence me, okay? So here's the proof of them just being downright toxic. Back to Africa, It really thinks his drawings are good, which I don't know why they say his. So they really don't know who this person is. Monkey and Pick More Cotton. Just very, very toxic. I've seen this stuff in my chat too as well. Just look at it. Get out, like just raw to the core. This should not even happen to nobody. Nobody should be going through this type of toxic, community. Like toxic, this downright nasty. Okay? Twitter is no better. Either because when I report the nasty DMs, they dismissed it completely. None of the countless accounts have accounts reported have been taken down. Now this is what I believe she reported this to Instagram and Twitter. And check this out. So let's read what Twitter said. Hello, we're writing to let you know that after reviewing the available information, we didn't find a violation of our rules in the content you reported. We appreciate that you let us know what happened and encourage you to reach out again in the future if you see any potential violations. Thanks, Twitter. If you guys don't know Twitter, Twitter is it's kind of I only use Twitter for business. I don't really promote anything in Twitter because I noticed over the years I've been using Twitter, they let anything come in your area. If you're following someone and they're like, for example, is looking at porn, they bring it. If they sharing it, it comes right into your feed. It comes right into it. I had to actually literally stop, following certain people. I had to clear out my privacy yet settings because Twitter doesn't care. They just let whatever out. If it's out, it's out. Deal with it. Here is what Instagram said. We reviewed your photo and removed it for violating our community guidelines. Thank you for your feedback. We permanently removed your photo from Instagram because it violated our community guidelines. So basically, this has what happened to Aychristene. This is horrible. And I was really outraged. Like I look at that picture. It's just ferocious. Now, how can we deal with toxic situations like this? Especially if, these apps claim that we're here for you to promote whatever you're trying to do, and they really are not helping. This is kind of why, like I state with Twitter, I just use it as for business where I just talk to people and that's it. Now, what exactly I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about how we can really fix these issues. Now, the first thing first is, why are people toxic online? Like, what's the purpose of this? Why do they do what they do? Now, you might wonder, why is this important, Nia? But because a lot of people go through this online. I have a lot of people that come to me and ask me, say, how do you deal with negative things on Twitch or on YouTube? I will give you, we're gonna get to that. But let's first figure out, where is this, racism? Because that was racism. Where is this, hate speech, and where is all this hatred is coming from? Why is this happening? It says, according to like this blog, it's called Guarantee Me blog Toxicity. I actually talked about this before. It says Eastern Europe's toxic gamer problem. So apparently back in 2017, it might be outdated now, but it was basically talking about why people are toxic. And it says, what causes this toxic waste? The large majority of toxic comes from ordinary people just having a bad day. This is what a major study by League of Legends creator Riot Games reported when we confirmed this with our Game Tree poll, which was very interesting. This was very interesting to me. It basically breaks down different types of trolls online. It says, not all toxic is the same. Defeat your enemy, you must know your enemy. The bad day gamer. Then it goes to the selfish gamer. Selfish gamers are known as toxic people as well. Emotionally immature gamer, the miscommunicator, the troll. These are all toxic people who play games. Now, I'm gonna put that article below in the description box so you can read more of it to understand why we have toxic gamers and why they're here. Now, you're probably trying to figure out, why were they okay, so how were they created? Like, where do they come from? How does it start? It starts with kids. And let me tell you this, it starts with kids, and it starts with kids viewing things that an adult does. That adult does do. Is that right? Adult does. Okay. But that's basically how it starts. It starts with kids viewing what adults are doing. And it's like a chain reaction. It keeps going. There's no cycle. The cycle is not breaking. Now you might like, okay, Nia, what are you talking about? It makes no sense. For example, studies have shown that kids pick up these bad habits from streamers. So basically, I type in the word kids are toxic because of toxic streamers, and it brings up a lot of Twitch streamers or people on YouTube talking about how toxic a Twitch streamer is. Now, it clearly lets you see that this is an issue. I've heard of this a lot of times, that a lot of the toxic stuff comes from Twitch. It was created by Twitch streamers. I mean, that's just a rumor. I don't know how true that is, but I basically think that toxic, behavior comes from adults. Whatever negativity that an adult is showing, the kid is going to follow it. Okay, period. From toxic streamers that are yelling, screaming, carrying on, they pick this up from their favorite YouTube content creator. Alright, so I do not want anyone to get anything confused as to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that screaming and yelling is bad, because if you see a jump scare like this young lady, there's nothing wrong with that, to scream if you see a jump scare. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is this BS right here. Allah! Yeah! Ah, shit! Yes, that BS. The screaming through the whole entire game, slamming your head. I mean, he goes on further. He even tears up his actual computer. It's ridiculous. Like, that type of crap. I really don't care for watching people like that. That's just too toxic for me. But you get what I'm talking about, right? So back to the video. This is what they pick up. They see this on TikTok. If a lot of you guys don't know that TikTok is very, very toxic. Very toxic. It's like one of the most toxic apps out there. All the social media apps you can come across toxic, but you go to TikTok, it's constantly somebody always complaining, talking about how somebody's reporting them. It's so, the energy over there is so negative on TikTok. That's why I don't even, I won't never, you hear me, I will never create a TikTok account over there. It's so toxic. So this is where a lot of the kids are looking at their favorite TikTok star, they're looking at their favorite Twitch streamer, they're looking at their favorite YouTube content creator, they're going on Twitter and looking at whoever. They're following these people everywhere. They pick up a lot of negative things that these gamers or people are doing online, or I don't know, they might be doing funny skits. So they're thinking, oh, well, this is funny, they enjoying it, they got views, I'm gonna go do this to somebody else and see if they will enjoy it. They don't care if you don't enjoy it. What you got to understand is a toxic person online does not care if you don't enjoy it. It's because they enjoy it and they're having fun with it. So I wanted to read something to you from an article called TheWire.com, and it was basically talking about toxicity in gaming is dangerous. Here's how to stand up to it. So I'm gonna read it like a little article here, and it's gonna go into kids, and kids play a really big part in this, because the young adults and the kids, the teenagers, they are really keeping this toxic vibe growing strong every day. They're not breaking the cycle. It's like a chain reaction, like I said earlier. So let me read this part to you. It says, ultimately, gaming culture must change, and this can start in the home. Playing video games as a family has been shown to increase closeness and provide opportunities for modeling appropriate behaviors. Additionally, initiatives like Raising Good Gamers are culture change by empowering youth to support each other as they develop respectful social interaction in online gaming. Most correctly, we as parents, teachers, and friends must encourage an upstander culture where gamers stand up against toxic behavior instead of a bystander culture where toxic is ignored and normalized. Research on cyberbullying suggests that those who speak out are usually driven by high order moral reason. If you are a gamer and have read this far, then you'll probably understand and hopefully agree with the moral reasoning here. Perhaps you are more likely to be an upstander next time you encounter gaming. Toxic, sometimes as simple as don't be toxic, can go a long way. If you aren't one yourself, you probably know someone who is a gamer, whether it's your own kids, nieces, nephews, students, or friends. Consider bringing the issues to their attention. They have been they have probably been exposed to or have been the target of severe gaming toxic, but they might not realize how harmful it is or how they can play a role in stopping it. Okay, now you hear that, right? Okay, so this ties back in when I was talking on that first article about studies about being in Europe, about how toxic comes from a person who having a bad day. Now, I might be talking about gamers, but this is just overall online I'm talking about. The reason why you see a lot of kids or a lot of young adults and teenagers, like I stated before, the reason why they're toxic is because this is something that they learned. They saw this, they were exposed to this. And also, you hear what it says in this article, it's the environment, which goes into this article. It says, educating children in a socially toxic environment. And what it basically brings out that if your kid is in this article by ascd.org, educating children in a socially toxic environment, is basically stating that if your child is in a toxic environment, they're always and their parent or teacher or whatever is nobody is really teaching this kid to do something totally different, they're gonna do the exact same thing. They're gonna be hateful online. You're gonna see, images of what happened to Aychristene. This is what we have to fight against. We have to really drill it in Twitter and Instagram that this is a real issue and that this is a real problem. They really don't think it's a big deal, but it is a really big deal. We have to really stop this. Like, we have to figure out ways to stop this. Now it from what I have learned is there is ways to handle toxic gamers. Basically, this is what I do. Anybody toxic, not just toxic gamers. I've had people that basically DM me a whole lot of crazy, weird, hateful, sexual things on my Instagram. I automatically block them. I don't argue with them. I don't do this. Anything that's, anytime someone does something to me, it's very hurtful. It does hurt. I know Aychristene is very upset, but when these things happen to you, block it. Don't pay no attention to it. Block this person from your content. Block them immediately on Twitter, on Instagram. The problem is she reported them and nothing is done. Block them. Another thing too is do not get in arguments with these people online. Toxic people online, they love this stuff. This is fun to them. Might not be fun to you, but they love this stuff. Avoid them at all costs. Also, we have if you're streaming, whatever content that you're making, there are things now where Twitch has their own bot, and you can put which words that somebody can't say in your chat. They can't say N-word to you or call you a monkey or anything. Gamers, and streamers or anybody who streams whatever they want, we have so much power in our hand where we don't even have to deal with. That's what I do. I have so many bots. I see the message, it's deleted. They're banned. They're gone. I don't have to deal with them. Bye. Have a nice life. Another thing too, on YouTube, there is an area where you can hold your comments and YouTube can read your comments. Whatever word that you put in, I know there's an area in the YouTube, I have to show it to you, where you can literally block out certain words too as well on YouTube. And what happened is, in your comment area, they will hold, well actually, yeah, they will hold the comments for review for 60 days. If it's someone cursing you out, I've literally had somebody on my gaming channel curse me out, and they were in whole hell for review. Their comment never made it to my YouTube page, and they were gone in 60 days. By the time I went back to that comment, it was gone. So keep this in mind. Don't give the energy to these people on toxic. They've been in a bad environment. They were exposed to toxic, so they feel like they gotta do it to the next person. Don't give them no energy, you know. And Aychristene, I really truly apologize because I didn't do it, but I feel for you. I go through the same thing. Everybody goes through the same thing, but we got to figure out ways to block these people out, because these apps really don't care. You know, they really don't care. They let these people come right into your channel. Block them. Get rid of them. Don't even give them that type of negative. Don't give them that energy, because they love it. But let me know what you think of this video. I've been wanting to make this video since I saw that post. And this is something that, especially that Black gamers go through a lot, and not just Black gamers go through the most, but pretty much every gamer I have seen have went through this. I've seen other gamers who have literally get upset and start cursing with the person in the chat. We don't need to do that. Like, I've literally know someone who got banned off of Twitch because she threatened the person in the chat because they were being real toxic, and she got banned from Twitch. Don't let these people drag you down because they're in a really toxic environment. You uplift yourself, keep your head high, and keep making the good content that you always make out here. I'm talking to everyone. But let me know what you think below in the comment area about this whole video on Aychristene and dealing with her toxic, I don't know how you want to say it, dealing with her socially toxic person coming in there, messing with her picture. And also let me know what you think about how to deal with toxic people and how they were created. Let me know what you think on that. All right. See you later. Peace.